What's up, guys? Today we're going to be working on a 2009 Hyundai Santa Fe, and I'm going to be going over how to replace this ABS module. And the reason we're replacing it is we've got the CAN Timeout, C1625 CAN Timeout, ABS ESP DTC code. Took me a bit to be able to confirm that this is going to be the repair needed, and we've gone ahead and we got it approved by the customer, so I'm going to be replacing the ABS module. And if we run into this issue, you'll run into where the ABS and the ESP light turn on, your brake light turns on, and sometimes you go into limp mode while you're driving. And if you run into this issue, typically you want to check your wiring, your connectors, and your grounds. And if those all check out and you're still having the issue, then you go into replacing the ABS module. So let me go over to the car and we will go ahead and start pulling this thing out and replacing it. First things we're going to remove to get to the ABS module down there is we got to disconnect the battery. So we're going to pull these off, and then we're going to remove the air filter element, just this entire assembly. So this filter, this little box, we're going to get this crap out the way. So just get this hose out, and we got to unplug these as well as take out this little module. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing some of that. Alright, so once you get this bracket out the way and we get it up, we've got two bolts. Well, first thing, you're going to move that connector, just push the tab up, and then we're going to have two nuts that hold that ABS module in place. You can see one right there, and the one's going to be on the other side. For reference, let me show you. Here's the unit itself. You can see the two studs, 1, 2. I'm just going to loosen the nuts off of them, and we should be able to start maneuvering the thing out. But before we do that, so that we can get to the two nuts down here, we're going to remove this main harness out the way. So we got a bolt right here, and it clips into place, so we're just going to yank it off, get it out the way so that we can get to the other side of the bolt right there. And this nut's going to be a 10 millimeter. can get you a good view, but it's right on the other side of this little tab. So just get a 10 in there, pop it off, and this should come right off. Alright, we've got the socket on it. Alright, this one's this is really fucking annoying to get to, but here's the way I did it. So you see my wobble socket down there, and I've got an extension leading underneath this main harness, all this crap. You can kind of see it down there. So I worked it underneath it against the frame. Going through there, and you're able to hit that nut right there. So let's go ahead and pull that nut off. Alright, for the hoses, the wrenches you're going to need are going to be an 11, a 15, and a 19, or that's a 14, not that. There we go, 14, 19, and 11. 11s are going to be those. The 19 is going to be this bigger one, and the 14 is going to be this smaller one. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these lines.
A few moments later.
Alright, once you've gotten all the lines disconnected, the unit should just pull right out. Those little, on the threads, there's grommets. I've already popped this one off. It's that little thing right there. I can get it focused right there. So they can be a bit, especially if the vehicle's old, you may have to pry like a motherfucker, but I just stuck a screwdriver underneath the unit and pried up, then I popped that one off. Now I'm gonna get this other side popped off, and then the unit should just pull right out. And we got the damn thing out. It was a bit of a hassle to get it out from all that jumbled mess with that main wire harness. So we got it out. Let's go and take it over to the bench and get it swapped over. Alright, new unit is in. The same maneuvering you used to take it out, I put it back in. I took those two hoses off just to make getting it in easier, but we're gonna go ahead and put now all the hoses back on and reconnect everything, and then we'll move on to reading the brakes.